Alright everybody, welcome back to X Heavy Hippies Road to Fitness. My name is Marvin White. I started my journey on May 4th, 2013 at 330 pounds. I got to my lowest weight in February of 2014 at 227 pounds. My most current weight, which was last week, was 286 pounds. I'll create a playlist for new folks, and I'll link it in the description, that documents my journey when I lost all the weight and then when I started slipping off. And of course, you'll notice that I stopped making videos for a while, but we're back to that. Alright, so one most interesting thing I want to talk about in this video is the DDP Yoga Workshop in Baltimore, Maryland. I've been doing DDP yoga for 4 years. I've never had hands-on instruction or in-person instruction by anybody. I've only done it by the DVDs and the app. So I've been recently felt remotivated to get back to doing things. So I decided to sign up for the DDP Yoga Workshop, and Maryland was the closest one. So once I got there, everything was very welcoming. We were met by the people that opened up the building for the Life Med Institute in Baltimore, and they were very welcoming. And then once everybody started getting there, Brenda Page welcomed everybody, and the people that I had just met but kind of knew of beforehand, we met beforehand, and while we were waiting to go back, and we got back in, we set our mats up. So we got in super early, got our mats set up very first row at the stage. So anyway, it was awesome, welcoming. Everybody was really nice. Of course, everything started late, which is tends to be a trend at DDP Yoga Workshops that everybody talks about, but you'll understand once you get there why. Diamond Dallas Page takes the time to shake everybody's hand before he does the workout, and it's absolutely amazing. I mean, he literally spends a minute or two or three or four talking to each person there before he starts. Then once he does get on stage, he talks about how he came to develop DDP yoga, and of course you can get into that, on other videos he's done, and check out stuff on ddpyoga.com for more information on that. He talked about how he inspired one person, and that one person has inspired millions of people, and that one person is the reason that I found DDP yoga. It's a pretty famous DDP yoga video about Arthur Borman. I'll link to that in the description of this video as well. So he talked about that, and then he talked about setting goals, writing them down, making it a priority to what priorities you have to set to hit your goals. And then we went into an introduction to the Diamond Dozen, the basic moves of DDP yoga, and that was a 35 or 40 minute introduction. Of course, you could just go through the moves and everything if you wanted to, or you could use dynamic resistance and really make it a workout, which of course I chose to do, and it was a kick-ass 35, 40 minute workout, just learning the moves. And we took a break. Everybody took a bathroom break, refilled their water bottles and everything. Then we did the beginner workout, which was about 40 or 45 minutes. I wasn't really sure because my heart rate monitor crashed and I had to reset it. But of course that was obviously the best DDP yoga workout I've ever done, possibly the best workout I've ever done. But Diamond Dallas Page is an inspiration, and when you have him barking out the moves to you, it really motivates you. So after that, he took the time. He met again, shook every single person there that wanted to. We all lined up. We took a picture with him, and I mean, he would answer any questions you have. He said he'd stay there as late as as the last person there, and of course we had some car troubles on the when we got up that way, and I had to Sorry, not sure how much you can pick up on the road traffic noise. So we had some car trouble while we were up there, and had to kind of leave the workshop a little bit earlier than I would like to have. It wasn't a big deal. I got my questions answered, but of course, I love to pick people's brains, and I would have loved to have spent lots of time asking questions. So, but he did, again, took pictures with everybody, shook everybody's hands. It was an amazing experience. Then, as I said, he talked about setting goals and stuff, so that's one of the main purposes of this video, is to talk about my goals for the next foreseeable future. We sat down, wrote out my goals, went over them, I prioritized them, so I'll read them top to bottom. It might take me a minute to jump back and forth, but my number one goal is to get control of my nutrition, my diet. That is square one for me. If I can't get my nutrition under control, everything else falls apart. If I don't eat right, my joints ache, my arthritis flares up. Diet, nutrition control is absolute number one priority. The number two priority is working on my DDP yoga certification. I decided to zero out my teaching hours since it's been so long since I actually taught a class. I have 20 hours I'm going to need to teach before I can move on to the next process of getting certified. So look forward to me asking you in the future to do some workouts with me and possibly be on video doing it. So goal number three, which I'll probably get to long before the DDP Yoga cert, but it's not a high priority. It's not as high priority as the cert for me. Is my short-term weight goal is 270. As I said, now I'm 286. Should be able one if I'm gonna stick to my nutrition plan. I'm gonna stick to my workout. So hitting to 270 in the near future shouldn't be a problem. Now, long-term goal, weight loss 240. I didn't even bother putting it as a priority because that's just not even something to be concerned about right now. The next thing I just did number three, so number four would be stop relying on biologic injections for my arthritis. I really think I can do it with nutrition and exercise, especially DDP yoga, and I'm going to give that a try because I really don't like relying on that. Priority 5, again, we're getting kind of low on the written priorities list. I really want to go to a DDP yoga retreat, and I want to do it as a reward to myself for getting the DDP yoga cert. So, getting the cert is a much higher priority, but I would like to reward myself with it and go down and actually do the 6 days of DDP yoga retreat and learn, hopefully just reinforce the things I've learned about eating clean and how to cook it. By that time I'll be certified, so maybe I can chip it, help in on running classes and stuff, and really get some good experience down there. Number 6 is a kettlebell certification. Once I get my yoga certification done, I'm gonna, of course, keep doing DDP yoga and hopefully be able to start working towards a career of teaching or leading DDP yoga classes. But then after that, I want to work on a kettlebell workout and then work towards a kettlebell certification to have the strength building of kettlebells with everything else that the benefits of DDP yoga bring. I think they work well together. Then after that, and this is again very long term, very kind of low on the priority list, but it's there, is getting certified in nutrition, and I really would want to concentrate on whole foods and more natural foods and stuff like that. So next I want to move on to what I kind of want to do in the foreseeable future. I want to do weekly videos. I know I've promised that many times doing these restarts, but I've actually sat on this restart for a few weeks because of this so many promises of doing it. But I really think it's time. It's kicking in. The workshops really it's like, I nibbled at full commitment Like if I was the fish in the lake, and I'd nibbled on the commitment, and then doing that workshop really set the hook in, and I'm ready to knock down to it. The 6 picks, I'm gonna take the DDP Yoga 6 picks. I'm having a really hard time posting those because when I do that, I look at the ones where I was had lost a considerable more amount of weight, and it kind of gives me some negative feelings, and I'm avoiding all that negativity. So I'll keep taking my picks, and when I feel comfortable with it, I'll share all the progress. And then again on the next thing on that I want to talk about was again the DDP Yoga retreat. I've looked into how much it costs. It is fairly expensive, especially if there's no way to share costs with anybody. But I really want to set some kind of reward for hitting that cert goal, and I really want to see if I can pull that off. And I think that I have rambled through enough. I've hit the end of my video outline, so I'm gonna drop my papers and go out on a bang.